You want to be triggered. Here is why. So, why would anyone want to be triggered? First of all, let's look at how our mind, our subconscious, and how we operate on a deeper level. So, through traumatic experiences, core beliefs, and core identities, we stuff unacceptable aspects, experiences, memories, emotions, and other things in our subconscious minds. These things run us from there, as even though we aren't aware of them, they are active and they're on repeat all the time. You can imagine it like an iceberg where the only the top 10% of the iceberg is what we see, that's the conscious mind, and everything else is the subconscious, which is 90%, which is going to win, the one which is always active, the subconscious. Okay, so they're hidden deep down in our minds by layers of resistance. That means that if we want to experience them, there is a lot of resistance towards that. So with time, these things build up charge and more resistance. And because of that, we are unaware of them. We are unaware of the things which control us, which control our everyday life, our habits, our thought patterns, our emotions, everything. So we are free, there is free will, as long as our subconscious thinks we deserve it, as long as we are allowed by our comfort zone. And so, why you want to be triggered? It's very key that you proactively trigger yourself. That's because when we are triggered, this bubble of built up, resisted, banished in our subconscious sensations, emotions, everything, all of these things, this bubble, it bursts when we get triggered. It bursts, we feel intense sensations, very intense, and everything comes to the surface. And when everything comes to the surface, that means that we can catch it, we can experience it fully, and we can let it go. Let me give you an example. So this is something that a lot of guys, me included in the past, used to experience. We want to say hi to a girl. We want to go up to a girl we don't know. We want to introduce ourselves, say hi, start a conversation, maybe get Instagram, phone number, whatever. And we want that, consciously we want that, but as soon as we start, there is this traumatic energy, just like, "Ugh!" You can't breathe, you don't know what's happening, it feels like you're going to die, it feels like death. So that means that you're triggered. If your reaction is unproportionate to reality, then you're triggered. Is it maybe a bit unpleasant, maybe just a tiny bit scary to talk to strangers? Yeah, I guess you know everything will happen, blah blah. But feeling like dying because you're going to say hi to a girl, it's not a realistic response to reality. Yet most people experience it quite often. They get triggered left and right. They build up more charge, more negative energy in their subconscious. And because we are never really taught this in school, parents, anywhere, we aren't taught this. We don't know what to do. We get triggered. We blame the things that trigger us, not the fact that we have built up energy in ourselves from the past. And so we keep living our life of misery, trying to avoid being triggered because we don't know how great it is. Because when you are triggered, you have access to what is running you. And if you have access to what is running you, you can let it go. You can let go of what is running you, so you can finally start enjoying life and living fully, instead of just trying to avoid being triggered, being confined in the prison of your comfort zone. So yeah, for these reasons, being triggered is awesome, it's great, and you should do it to yourself often. And then, of course, after the triggering is done, you can go home, you release all of the charge, and you do it again. This isn't a one-time thing. It's not something that you do once and these negative sensations are gone. It's a process which takes time. So don't try to rush it, don't give yourself deadlines or anything. Just enjoy the process and especially enjoy finally reconnecting with the real you, experiencing things you haven't experienced, and just enjoy life more. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.